This week, the Airbuckle Show takes the CNE by storm. The Labor Day Classic is just around the corner, and Makai Polk returns to the Argos. Crack those cold ones. It's the Argos Fancast. You can find us at Argos Fancast or anywhere you find your friendly neighborhood podcast. Just search Argos Fancast. We're also a proud member of the Shotgun Sports Network. You can find them at shotgunsports.ca. And, follow ours as well as a few other great CFL podcasts on there as well. I am Clay Chisholm. You can find me at All Kinds of Clay. And joining us as always, he is our resident historian from ArgoFans.com, the VP of Football Operations, Trustee Will Gertler, MBA.
Hi, everybody. You can find me on Twitter at ArgoFans or check out www.argofans.com.
And Doug is off this week. He is on evening, so, we won't see him. But you can find him at Sir Douglas 1873 on YouTube and on Blue Sky Doug B 519. And you can also find his group, the Double Blue Order, pretty much across all social media machines. Just search the Double Blue Order. You'll find them there. And you can get some merch at doubleblueorder.ca. Well, Will, there was a pretty exciting football game this weekend.
It was a nice surprise.
It's been a while since we've had one like that. So let's kind of get right into it here. I'm just going to share the stats here. So let's flip over to Toronto here. Right off the bat, Nick Arbuckle, 27 of 34, 443 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I think we found a running back, Spencer Brown, although mostly on the last drive. 19 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown. He looked like what we've been waiting for. That, of course, Deontay McMahon went down with injury after garnering only 7 yards on 3 carries. Nick Arbuckle also had 8 yards off of 3 carries and ran one in himself as well. Through the air, we got 2 100-yard receivers. Jay Kerslow, 5 catches, 149, and 2 touchdowns. Dejan Brissett, 4 catches, 118 yards. Kevin Mattal had 8 catches, 76 yards, and a touchdown. David Ungerer, 3 for 36. Spencer Brown, 3 for 34. DeVaris Daniels had 2 for 21. Deontay McMahon had a 14-yard one, and Janarian Grant took a pitch that really didn't garner much.
Go anywhere.
No. And then on the other side of the ball, Derek Sluka was our leading tackler with 5. Delonte Hood, the newcomer, had 3. Wynton McManus had 3 and a sack, as well as a forced fumble. Benji Franklin, 3 tackles and a pick 6. Andrew Chatfield, 2 and a very timely sack. In there, Aaron Casey, Brandon Dozier, Darius Bratton, Cam Judge, Tavarius McFadden, Ricky Correa all had 2 as well. And then rounding out Isaac Darkangelo and Derek Parrish as well in there. Liram Howard-Law went 3 for 3. None really of significance since his long was only 25. John Haggerty had 3 punts for 150 yards and a long 58 on there. Return-wise, really didn't get a whole lot. Jay Kerslow had a nice return there for 39 yards, the one. But apart from that, those are the stats. And the other one stat that I didn't pull up there that I want to put, The Argos had the ball for 33 minutes in this game, which win the time of possession, you're usually going to win the game. So, any observations before we get to some good, the bad, and the ugly in this?
Well, I mean, Arbuckle didn't turn the ball over, which kind of a difference maker from the other games where, he's put up good stats, but he turned the ball. He would turn the ball over at the worst inopportune time. Not that any of the losses were necessarily his fault. But the other difference is the defense gave up they did give up yards to Rourke. Kind of hard not to, but difference is they made some plays. Benji Franklin at the pick six, and I believe it was Winton McManus had the strip sack in the fourth quarter
Yep.
that really put the game away. And Jake Herslow, got his opportunity, to get more, I guess, more playing time with Coxie's injury, and showed why. He showed a ton of promise in every game he's played, and
Yeah,
it's
he just keeps getting better and better.
yep, really
And
one of the
with us
sticks.
bringing back uh, Makai Polk, I don't know how you're going to keep Herslow out of the lineup when he's been putting up numbers like these.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, it was definitely something that we haven't seen in a long time. They put up 52 points in that win, 52-34, and in the second quarter, they scored 25 points in the second quarter.
yeah,
Like, when was the last time you've seen? Like, it's been a long time since one of our teams did that. I mean, yeah, you don't want to quote it, but it feels like you'd have to go back to the Flutie era where they were putting up 25 points in a quarter and beating teams with 50 points. But I mean, they needed to put up a ton of points to beat this BC team because just you know, like you said, our offense gave up yards, and unfortunately, that doesn't make things any easier.
yeah. You never felt at 49 points like it was safe, was it?
No, no, no. You just could, especially when you're sitting there like, okay, um, they're still only like one score back at one point, and you heard, okay, it's only two scores, and they put up two really quick. They could do that, but you know, and then our defense, um, this honestly, despite the scheme, played well.
Yeah, I don't know if there was
They're
any one turning point. I guess it was that because the game was tied for the
I,
pick six, right? So
yeah. Yeah. I don't necessarily know that was a. I guess yeah, it was a momentum swing. I guess, but I
yeah,
wouldn't necessarily call one thing a turning point in there because the
no,
defense had started to play a little bit. They started to um, take ownership before that, pick six, and started to you know to to show that they actually want to win this game. Um, but I guess you technically, if you had to pick a turning point, it's that pick six. Because after that, it was honestly the BC Lions trying to play catch up to the Argos, which is strange to
yeah,
see. But it honestly seemed like the Argos offense couldn't, after the first two drives, couldn't do anything wrong.
no. I
So,
think,
and that's nice to see.
yeah, it really was because whatever could go wrong went wrong in all the games pretty much before that.
Yep. Yeah, it was like Murphy's law, right? You know, if something was going to happen, it was going to be negative, and it was going to be for the Argos way. I mean, We shot ourselves in the foot for the majority of the season with penalties.
Yeah.
'Cause we are the most penalized team in the league. And then very ill-timed turnovers.
Yeah.
So, um, good and the bad and the ugly in this one. Will, where do you want to start?
Ow. Um,
Probably
I don't
not with
really have a ton of
with the dog. The dog nip you or something.
no, the stick, kinda.
Oh,
But there's not I mean, there's not a ton of ugly from this game, from the Argo point of view.
no, no, yeah, not from the Argo point of view. I mean, there were I watched it back last night, and there were a handful of breakdowns in coverage where one guy left an area that he was supposed to cover, made a certain read, and there was a wide open receiver there. Um, had a couple of those, and the only other thing we gave up a little bit more yards than we would probably like to on the return game.
Yeah, but that's been par for the course all year.
Yeah, I mean it's still not. It still doesn't look good. So I guess we call that
Yeah.
the ugly. Um, as far as bad in this game, I mean, I think we kind of got to go towards more the Michael Jackson end of this, and like goddamn Jake Jake Herslow. Did-
Yeah.
I mean, what more can you say about this guy?
Yeah, I mean, it was like the first half, I was regretting, "Oh, why did I swap out Metal for Hurstfield?" Because
Yep.
Metal was playing well, and by the time it got to second half, oh, great, 2 touchdowns, 139 yards, and Arbuckle hit a player in stride for once.
Yeah. I mean, he still had a couple of those where they were a little bit short, and the receiver had to adjust. But
Yeah,
yeah, that one to Herslow was in stride. It was nice to see.
yeah.
Um, as far as the good in this game, no turnovers.
Yeah, well, you know what I like to see too is they finally maybe you found a running back. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
BC defense is bad, but Spencer Brown had to come in for an injured Deonta McMahon and didn't look out of place. I mean, the Argos took the ball, I think, with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, up 15, which, in the CFL, that's not necessarily a gimme, and ran the ball basically down.
yeah. And it wasn't like it was they tried anything. It was handed to Spencer, go run up the gut on the right tackle or right guard. Handed to Spencer, go run up on the left guard.
Yeah.
Everybody knew exactly where that ball was going,
And
and
stop it.
BC couldn't stop him. It was like it was, and like you saw, the offensive line started really asserting themselves, which
Yeah.
was really nice to see because they've seemingly been you know look look like they're second guessing everything they do. But yeah, they just pushed forward, especially on that last drive. They made the BC defensive front look weak, and they're not as weak as the Argos made them look. That's for sure. As far as my good, it's yeah. I'm trying to think of something else, right? The defense, clamped down. Yeah, they gave up some yards and stuff like that here, but it seemed like more after the first quarter. It just seemed like the anytime BC did score, it was kind of you know uh, a quick, and there was some kind of a actual mistake there. It wasn't that the defense was just getting beat.
Yeah.
you know.
It's still that soft zone a lot of the time.
Yeah, and we've lamented on that for the last 3 weeks now that this defensive scheme just does not it doesn't suit this team.
Yeah, yeah. But also, I mean, we're assuming it's not the personnel as well. Like,
Yeah, I'm of the belief that I think it's a little bit more of the scheme than anything. But you know, that's my opinion anyway. And there's a reason I'm not a GM or a coach or anything like that. So after that big win, the Argos got a little bit more of respect. They bumped them up 2 spots in the rankings. So we're now
number
the
seven.
number 7 team.
Mm.
So, which, like, in all honesty, I mean, that's about where we should rank right now based on our record. So, but hey, I'll take any positives I can get. Now we head into Labor Day in Hamilton. Traditionally, Hamilton's Grey Cup game. Um, but yeah, it's going to be a tough game for the
It
Argos,
always is.
and yep, um,
It's a it's a
yeah,
funny
they've
thing.
only
They can Hamilton can motivate themselves to have such intangibles in this game, and it's just something the Argos can never match.
no, and I don't know why.
Labor Day.
It's yeah,
It means a
still
ton
like
to people in Hamilton.
yeah, uh, I guess as the Argo fan, you want to say, well, traditionally we've got bigger things on our mind, um, you know, winning more Grey
But
Cups and all, but
but
at the same time,
this year you kind of there's no margin for error.
no, we've got honestly we're 3-8. Um, we need to be, I would say, minimum 500 to even think about the playoffs.
Yep.
The way things are going. So basically, we're saying we've got to win 5 of the last 7 games at
Yeah.
no, 6 of the last 7 games at minimum. So,
Yeah.
um, so at that point, it's you can't really go and not get yourself motivated for this game.
Mm.
You have to beat these Ticats.
Well, they have to be this year. No choice.
No, every game now is a do or die. You got to treat it that way.
Yeah.
We got to go back to that 1-0 mentality that they had a couple years ago.
Hamilton's coming off 2 losses in a row as well, so
Yep.
they're looking to get back in the win column.
Yeah, and I think we've got to take advantage of what Hamilton's going to give us. They've got the 7th worst ranked run defense in the league. So
We have the worst rushing attack in the league.
yeah, but you know what? We
Yes.
found a guy who seems like he can do it. So
Well,
it depends on
small
what the
sample
injury
size
to.
though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. eh, what else we got? We haven't got any
Yeah,
sample
I mean
real. Deontay McMahon's given us a small sample size because they're not giving him the ball.
he's not a one, but he's not a number one running back. I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't have. He's got that breakaway speed, but he just can't seem to get past that first wave.
No.
And there's just nothing in his game that just there's no power in his game.
Yeah.
That's that you kind of need that little bit of power, um, and just brute strength just to get through that first little bit. Even the old scat backs, they always had that little bit where they could hit somebody, or they could make it look like they're going to hit somebody. Deontay McMahon just doesn't have that. Like I think he would be more in the you know that Dury position, that we coined back in the day, where Andre Dury would
Slot
play
back.
both running back and mostly slot back in there. I think that's
Yeah,
where
he was mostly a slot back by the end.
yeah, but I think that's where Deontay McMahon kind of fits best. Um, would he technically be a full Dury style player? Absolutely not, because Dury could hit you. Um, but it's you know I think we
Logan,
have a small sample size, but we just gotta feed him the rock and just kind of get it balanced. Will, you got to adjust your camera a little bit. Hey, there you exist again. Um,
I don't even want to be on camera at all. So
yeah, we know that. Well, yeah, one day we'll figure this out so you can just talk through AI or something like that. Um, but yeah, yeah, this is going to be a pivotal game coming up on Monday. Um, we'll both be there, and should be interesting. Got some time to lead up to that, and with that time, the Argos did make a couple moves here. Um, they have with Demonte Coakley being on the sixth game. They uh, brought back Makai Polk after his tryout down south with the Falcons.
Hey! What the
To have him back is medicine for the soul, and it couldn't be at a better time.
Super excited to get back out there with my teammates. Can't wait to get back in practice and grind with those boys.
Yes, sir. Good? Got taller? Look at him. Hey, 1-5. Good.
Good, brother.
Good to see you, man.
Oh, welcome home.
Thank you.
Yes. Now having Labor Day in front of us, adding Makai back to our mix is awesome for our organization.
I know y'all been working when I wasn't here, man. Let's keep working. Brothers on me, brothers on three. 1, 2, 3.
he's back in Toronto. Like I thought, okay, he's signed, but he's gonna take a few days to get up here. No, he's here.
Yeah, that was and I've been saying I didn't think any of these guys we would see them this year in double blue, and the minute I posted that in our group chat is it comes out, yeah, he's back in Toronto. Oh, and they've signed him. So it was yeah, my thoughts on this really didn't age well. Makai Polk back in double blue, and there are some people who feel he could start in the Labor Day game with 3 or 4 days worth of practice leading up to it. You never know, but I don't know how he would replace somebody like Herslow in that lineup right now. Is he going to go in DeVaris Daniel's spot?
He
I don't
might.
know.
Can they take one of the Canadians out, or
I think they probably could. I'm not sure because they did in addition of this, bringing back Makai Polk, they did make a couple transactions as well. They released defensive lineman Jordan Williams and fullback Wilton Gabriel. So you have an American and a national coming off list. So, but I don't think Wilton Gabriel saw the field at all. Anyway, and then another interesting move that I'm seeing here is Delonte Hood has been moved back to the practice roster. I'm assuming that's to save some money because as a practice roster player, he doesn't cost them as much on the cap.
Didn't think they would, but they traded Mark Milton, Ottawa.
Yeah. I was going to say, yeah, they did trade Mark Milton for a 7th-round pick to Ottawa. But yeah, that move for Delonte Hood to the practice roster was done today.
Yeah.
So not sure exactly what that means. My guess is it's probably just an effort to save a little bit of money. So, but I guess we'll see because he can sit on that practice roster all week and then be bumped up. So,
yeah,
who knows unless Blackburn is going to come out and and play the halfback role again, and they're going to bump Devarius McFadden back to corner just for a ratio issue. Who knows?
it just doesn't. Taking Hood out just doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, that's why I think it's more of a money thing, right? Because you can. It's not a. It doesn't look great when you're bumping somebody down and then back up and then back down. Like, it does look like you're trying to circumvent something in the cap, but there's probably other reasons for it too that we're not aware of. Or maybe they need to figure out, where they because hey, there may be other people coming up. We don't know that yet because the NFL cuts just finalized.
Yeah. Ralph Hawley got cut, so maybe
Ralph Hawley got cut. He may be coming back up. Paris Shand got cut in Buffalo.
Yep.
So there's at this point, me saying they're going to stick down now, trying to make a go of it down there really doesn't mean much because I said that with Makai Polk, and hey, he's back here. So who knows? We may see Paris Shand, may see Ralph Hawley back up here. Yeah. So it's been a little bit of an active week. Yeah, and we got a new long snapper, likely for the rest of the season. Simon Chavez was acquired by the Argos when Adam Guillemette was put on the 6th game last week.
Yep.
So, and it sounded like he got one of the game balls this week too, because he came in on very short notice.
Yeah, well, he should then.
Officially signed on the 22nd, played on the 23rd. So, and I didn't.
You don't need a ton of. Well, it's an important position on the field, but it's not you need to.
No, it's just it's more it's the blocking scheme and things like that he's got to get in. But
he's been in camp with us before, so he's should be familiar.
Yeah. So, other news in around. I mean, the other news around CFL is really kind of concerned the cuts coming out of the NFL. And the other name that fans would know be Taylor Elgersma, down in Green Bay. He
Yeah,
was
maybe he'll go
waived.
play. Yeah, maybe he'll go play for a team I can stomach.
Um, Based on the stuff I'm reading, there's a chance he makes their practice roster, and that doesn't have to be announced right away yet either. So,
No.
um, so that could be a moot point. But I mean, was the only other one that made. Oh yeah, the Argos added Shiloh Sanders to their neg list. A guy who,
Guy who just got cut for punching somebody.
well, that and a lot of people were saying he looked like a practice roster safety at best. So, the punch might just been the reason that they needed. But yeah, we've added him to an egg list.
Yeah.
Whether that means anything or not, it's. But the nice thing about the neg list now is everything's public, and you can
Look at it every
see
day.
them. Yeah, there was a lot of names on this list. And we just added Bailey Zapp,
Yeah.
quarterback from Western Kentucky. And another quarterback from Houston, Clayton Tune. Yeah, they need to be able to sort this date added stuff. But yeah, so see if they still have. Yeah, should worsen. No, they've. Oh yeah, they have them on here. Wow, we got a lot of people with the last name Sluka on here too.
So I think we have his brother on there.
Yeah, Nolan Sluka, and then we have another Sluka, Matthew Sluka, quarterback from James Madison. Yeah. Yes.
We also have Kurt Warner's son.
Sorry, who?
Kurt Warner's son.
Oh yeah, EJ Warner.
Yeah.
Quarterback, Fresno State.
Yeah. What's
So
more like
there's, and then we've got, some guys that they're, we've got somewhat of a pipe dream on here. Sidney Brown, DB for the Eagles. But why not put him on there on the off chance? Yeah. So, yeah, there's not everything's been leading up to the Labor Day game. So let's get into our fantasy and our picks for this week.
Really messed up this week. The price with 3 games, the prices got all thrown in the whack, and basically you can't. The cheapest quarterback is Calero's at 12.5. Arbuckle's at 15. Bo's at 15. Trevor Harris is at 15. Vernon Adams is at 15. So 5 out of the 6 starting quarterbacks this week are at the maximum price.
And Cody's at a 14. So
yeah,
there's a chance that some people are going to be playing short.
You can't play short either in this.
No.
You fill every position.
I'm going to say take Spencer Brown.
Yeah, he's a cheap option.
I believe he's at 6,000 right now.
6.5.
6.5. And honestly, I'm going to take Arbuckle again because every time I don't take him, I know.
Yeah. I so last week because of playing the Argo defense, so he's going to torch them. I mean, he didn't have a terrible week, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you could have had a better game than Arbuckle had as fantasy wise like that.
No.
Well, insane. technically you
I
can,
actually
but
looked. I actually did this one long weekend. I actually took great quarterback performances in CFL history and sort of calculated what the score would be using the way they calculate it today. And
okay.
the thing is nowadays is, you have the backup quarterback go do the sneaks, right?
Yep.
What was it I found? I gotta find my little list here. Posted on Twitter a while ago, and so Rick Foggy's 7 touchdown game
Oh yeah.
against
Yeah,
Hamilton.
yeah.
He would have got you 106 if he was your captain, he would have got you 106 fantasy points. See if I can find this list.
Wow.
Yeah. But the difference was a lot of the time. Gotta find this somewhere. Fantasy passing games. See, Ricky Foggy's performance against Hamilton on September 29th, 1990, where he goes 18 to 28 for 395 with 7 touchdowns, 112 rushing yards, mind you. What he got you 106. I gotta go find a plug. My laptop just all of a sudden went down to 10% battery.
Oh,
So,
okay.
back in a
All right. Yeah, so your fantasy wise, yeah, I will be playing Arbuckle in there. I think Spencer Brown's a great spot in there, and then I wish let's see what our receivers are looking like, because you got to always take an aggregate receiver, but it's usually a little bit of a toss up as to who we're taking. Because yeah, I mean, I don't know how you don't take Jake Herslow in there. Let's see.
I went Herslow.
Yep, that's who I think is I'm putting, and I just got to find him here.
I don't think that Polk's up there yet.
Yeah, he's only at 8.2, so that's a good pick in there as well. And yeah, Spencer Brown at 6.5. So it's, we've got 40,000 left for a running back, wide receiver, flex, and defense. So let's and yeah, and you ain't gonna get anything for cheap this week.
No.
So you got to
That
try and
seems
get
to be
as
what they're
much.
doing. That seems to be what they're pulling when they have the 3 teams or 3 games.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to this list, this list relies on incomplete stat data that the CFL does not provide. And it was just games that popped into my head. So Ricky Fogg, if he was your captain on that game, got you 106 points. The the second one I found was Doug Flutie in September 1993. Threw for 547 yards and 4 touchdowns in a game, but also rushed for 2 touchdowns to give you 104 points. So
Jesus
basically, I
Christ.
think what I think is happening now is because quarterbacks aren't getting as many rushing touchdowns because the starter's not the one taking the plunge from the one anymore a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So even fucking Ken Austin of all people It was a game where he got 98.7 points because he had 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess he did. Yeah, he just seems like the guy that that would have been the guy you'd pull out to for somebody to take those quarterback sneaks, but
Teams didn't do that back then, though.
no. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, yeah. So right now I'm putting in our Argo defense. I got Nick Arbuckle in there, Spencer Brown, Josh Rankin, uh, Jay Kurzlow, um, and Damian Alford in there from Calgary. And then I got 10,000 left for my flex. So I'll have to go searching for some value in there.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's decent one. So let's get to our picks for the week. And since they don't want to provide us a spread anymore, let's see what FanDuel wants to give us here.
We're not supposed to do the spread anymore.
Well, is what it is. I like the spread because it gives us something to go by. So let's start off with Winnipeg in Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's favored by 5.5. Will try and explain to me why you're not picking Saskatchewan.
Because I don't like them.
All right, I'm picking Saskatchewan plus the points. Winnipeg has not looked great this year. And Doug, who is avoiding the nickel of destiny, the coin of destiny, is picked Saskatchewan over Winnipeg in this one as well. Next one, Toronto at Hamilton. Hamilton's favored by 4.5. Doug has Toronto by 3, and just for shits and giggles, he's saying take the over, which is set at 57.5. I would agree with that. I think it's going to be a single score game, and I'm picking the Argos in this one.
No choice.
Yep. And then we've got the...
No choice.
No. You can't pick Hamilton. It's just not right. And then you've got the Elks at the Stampeders. Stampeders are favored by 7.5.
I think they will take it.
I'm going to say the Stampeders win, but I don't think they cover.
Really?
And yeah, that's it. Just I don't know why. I just don't think they're going to cover for whatever reason. I think, yeah, it could be a garbage time thing. It could be something, but I just don't think they cover. I don't think there's ever any doubt that they're not winning this game, but I don't think they cover. And Doug has made it unanimous. He's taking Calgary over Edmonton as well. So with that, normally this would be the time for the 3-minute warning, but I didn't have anything prepared unless you have some interesting tidbits prepared.
Nope.
Yeah, that's it. I guess that's it for the Fancast. We'll talk to you after Labor Day, and with any luck, we'll be talking to you about an Argos win. And I hopefully will not be able to speak.
Are you?
Because that means things. Yeah, I'll be yelling a lot.
Are you going to the game or?
Yeah. I am. First time in a while, but yeah. I'll be going to the game, we'll gonna be sitting up in that one of those boxes with ginger.
Oh,
So we'll see how those little things that they've put on the east side grandstand there work.
gotcha.
Those little, purple things that they have.
Purple things.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called. They look weird. They seem to hold more people than you think they should. And they're not actually, private boxes kind of thing.
Well, no, I mean, this you don't get food or drink or anything like that.
No. So, well, I'll have fun there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess that does it for the Fancast. Will, where can they find you?
Twitter at ArgoFans or at www.argofans.com.
And you can find our absent colleague Doug at DougB519 on Blue Sky, and Sir Douglas 1873 on YouTube. Find his group, the Double Blue Order. Just search Double Blue Order, and they're on most social media machines. They've got a merch store, doubleblueorder.ca. You can find me at All Kinds of Clay across the various social media machines. And we are a proud member of the Shotgun Sports Network. You can find them at shotgunsportsnetwork.ca. And also on YouTube as well. You can subscribe to our playlist on there, and subscribe, do all the things, and watch and listen to us at your leisure. Also Spotify, also Apple Podcasts. Pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast, you'll find us. So basically what I'm saying is that you can find the Argos Fancast anywhere you find your friendly neighborhood podcast. Just search Argos Fancast. That does it for the Argos Fancast this week. We'll talk to you next week when we're reminiscing about a very great Argos win